Haven't seen Diana, have you, Tony? She was supposed to meet me back at the Presidium hours ago.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about her, Superman. As far as I recall, Wonder Woman's more than capable of looking after herself.
Good God! This is outrageous!
I think it's pretty clear who's behind this.
10 seconds, Superman. Batman said you have 10 seconds to find me. The bat signal was just a means of attracting your attention. It seems that this is where things get really serious.
What have you done to her, you animal?
We ordinary people may lack your great speed or your X-ray vision, Superman. But never underestimate the power of the human mind.
I'm afraid it takes more than a few smoke bombs and an explosive in your small intestine to beat me, you know. Oh, sun lamps. Wonderful. Let them burn for a few thousand years and I might get a heat rash. Good God! How did you do that? How did you get so strong? Not that it matters, of course. A well-placed blast of heat vision and...
You don't really get it, do you? You don't have heat vision anymore, Superman! Strange visitor from another planet, last son of a dying world. Everything they needed to defeat you could be found in those two phrases, Superman! Building solar lamps to simulate the rays of your native red sun was Lex Luthor's idea, in case you were wondering.
Run, Superman! Get out of the light and your powers come back!
You never should have come here, Superman. You should have died in your own world and kept your alien fingers out of human affairs.
Diana, can you hear me? Please listen carefully, because what I'm about to ask you is our only chance against him now. I know breaking the lasso is going to hurt, but there's really no other way we're going to beat him, Diana. As your oldest and dearest friend, I'm begging you to do whatever it takes here.
Wonder Woman! No!
Get the hell out of my way, little man!
He's using you! You don't understand? All he cares about is the power!
No more tricks, Batman! No more solar lamps or magic lassos. Just a few hours brain surgery and a job in a Moscow bank for you. Now, tell me, who set me up?
Come now, Superman. Surely you know I'd rather martyr myself for the cause than end my days as one of your ridiculous Superman robots. Why else would I have swallowed a bomb before you and I went head-to-head? Oh, and by the way, it was Peter who betrayed you.
Superman! Are you okay? I found the generator just like you asked me to, and tossed it into the Norwegian Sea, but I think I might have hurt myself when you made me snap that cord. It was like, I don't know, something just kind of switched off in my head or something. I mean...
Peter?
Riots in California, the White House bombed by communist sympathizers, Texas and Detroit seriously talking about independence. I'm afraid you won't be getting my vote next time, Jack.
Ah, but remove Superman from the world stage, and a very different picture emerges, Dr. Luthor. And now, we finally have the means to do it. Our dead friend in the solution here seems to belong to a group or corps of similar beings charged with the duty of policing the universe, possibly as some kind of space cops.
What's the lantern for?
The ring was attached to the alien's third finger, and as you can see, features a lantern of near identical design. Unfortunately, nobody at the base has been able to guess their relation, but we hoped you might be able to shed a little light on the situation.
Dear God, Jack. Are you people really this stupid? What you're looking at here is a weapon, old friend.
Time passed and my grip grew tighter. Barely a decision was made across the length and breadth of the Soviet Union without my permission in some form or another. The population was largely grateful and obedient, but the freedom fighters inspired by the death of Batman remained something of a problem. My desire for order and perfection was matched only by their dreams of violence and chaos. I offered them utopia, but they fought for the right to live in hell. Diana, of course, was the only one among us who truly knew the meaning of that word. Her days had become a monotonous timetable of bathing, eating, and sleeping, unable to even speak for long months after her experience in Siberia.
Commander Roslov? Where have you been?
What? Spent a little time in hospital? Quite true, dear Lana, quite true.
Oh my god.
On my 63rd birthday, Brainiac calculated that the world now contained almost 6 billion communists. Almost 6 billion citizens, and hardly anyone complained, even in private. The Batmen seem to be responding well to their new personalities, Brainiac. I think we can safely reintroduce them to society soon without any serious concerns.
A steady hand and some pioneering neurosurgery, and even the most persistent troublemakers can become productive workers, Comrade Superman.
What about America?
Still a war zone, unfortunately, and still refusing the aid packages we've offered them. Wouldn't it be more humane to just invade their shores and make them fall in line with the rest of the world?
Out of the question, old friend. America will fall like every other outdated world economy. All we have to do is wait and pick up the pieces. Of that much I was certain. All I had to do was bide my time and the whole world would finally be as perfect as God had intended it to be. It didn't occur to me for a moment what Luthor had been plotting in his lead-lined soundproofed laboratory. President Luthor ceased trading with the rest of the world in January 2001 and created a strict internal market where he had absolute control over every dollar bill. By February, he had doubled the standard of living for every American citizen, and he doubled it again in March. But he wasn't doing this for the people. Lex Luthor couldn't stand the people. Like everything else in his miserable life, this was just the first stage in a master plan to finally eliminate me.
So, what makes you think he'll try to invade us?
Because Superman is a sick totalitarian control freak, Jimmy. And for the first time in his life, things are going wrong. Invasion is the only realistic option he's got left, if he's serious about this perfect world he's always talked about.
But the second he invades, we're mashed potatoes, Lex. What makes you think you can go head-to-head with the guy now that he's more solar-charged than ever?
My indefatigable superiority complex, Olsen. Now shut up and take a deep breath.
Where the hell are we?
Purgatory, limbo, call it whatever you were raised to believe in. I myself refer to it as the Phantom Zone. This is where I can talk outside the limits of super hearing and work beyond the range of those eerie cobalt eyes. Codename Greenlight is the best hope we've had in almost half a century of knocking that big latex circus freak on his indestructible backside.